Hey everyone, welcome back. Please go over to Indicators, Metrics, and Strategies and type in STOCH. After that, go underneath Technicals right here and you're going to see Stochastic. I want you guys to give it a gold star and click on it one time. After that, I want you guys to go over here to the settings for the stochastic indicator and change the K length from 14 to 21, the K smoothing to 5, and the D smoothing to 5 as well. After that, go over here to style and make the key and D length just a little bit thicker. That way, when you guys have a bunch of charts on your screen, you can actually see what's going on and make these trades very easy for yourself. Hit OK after that. Afterwards, we have to add 2 more indicators to make this a really good strategy, but you guys can already tell just by now. Look at that. Crossover right here, good move. Crossover right here, good move. Crossover right here, good move. Crossover right there. One day of good moving, but again, you still had a good move right there, okay? Now, next up, we're going to be adding 2 indicators to stop you guys from falling into all these traps that happen along where it's a false breakout and things like that, okay? So go back over here to Indicators, Metrics, and Strategies and add the MACD onto your chart as well. Give it a gold star if you guys haven't already. 2 things here. Make the lines thicker like before. Nice and easy. Next step for inputs. You don't have to change anything on the top, but go to time frame right here and do week. 1 week, all right? It's going to look a little bit funky. I know, trust me, but it's going to work out great in the end. The last one we're going to be adding over here is the Supertrend. So type in Supertrend, all one word here, then go under Community and find the one by Keyvon. There is a basic one through TradingView called Supertrend, right? But this one just gives you a lot more and it's just better in every single way. So give it a gold star and give it a like here, or a click, excuse me. Next step, go over here to the settings for the Supertrend indicator, and you're going to change 2 things here, all right? You're going to find the ATR period and change that from 10. I want you guys to move that to 22. For the ATR multiplier, instead of using 3, I want you guys to use 4.6. And these are all the indicators that you guys are going to be using. Now, the strategy is very simple, but I just want to break it down. That way you guys understand exactly what's happening, because normally you want everything to be working out perfectly. In this scenario, you usually want to have 2 out of the 3 signals working in your favor, all right? So first, let's start off with the stochastic indicator here. When you have bullish crossovers that happen above this line, like for example right here, I typically do not follow them unless I see the buy signal from the Supertrend or a bullish MACD, all right? Typically, I actually ignore these ones quite a bit. But if there is a bullish crossover where in this instance, the blue line crosses above the orange and it's happening below this line right here, you're going to see dotted line on top and a dotted line on bottom. When I see those crossovers, I'm always going to be buying long because it may not look like it, but there are days where you can just make really easy profits from holding and holding and holding, okay? Now, you want to see that crossover happening underneath this line. That's the first thing. You want to see that the MACD right here is one of 2 things happening. You want to see a green MACD happening, or you just want to see that the MACD on the weekly has gone from dark red to light red, which means momentum is still shifting up from where it was before. It may not be great momentum, but momentum is shifting, and that's a reason to be buying right there, okay? So in this circumstance, forget about the Supertrend. You can see there's a crossover right here, and there's also a dark red to light red move on the MACD. To me, that's a reason to be buying right here and playing that up. You can see there was a level of resistance where we got stuck for a minute, but you could easily buy here and sell right here, make your money, and be very happy with those types of plays. You can go over here, see there's a crossover right here, crossover, bullish. There was a nice little pump that you could have played. Again, it hit resistance levels. You don't have to like imagine it going to all-time highs every time, but those easy plays that you can make with like 10x leverage, 20x leverage, whatever, where it can make you some money. Again, bullish there, also having a buy signal with the Supertrend. You can see how it goes higher. Right here, bullish, bullish, and still green. You buy right there exactly on the August 6th, right here, and you see next day it booms up, goes up even higher. You can sell at that resistance level right here. Even though it broke above it, you can still buy here, sell here, take your money, especially when you guys are using leverage. This one was interesting. Buy signal there. Actually, this one is interesting. Buy signal here, good and good. Well, I guess, yeah, it's technically good. It was kind of dimming off, and that one didn't work. So I'm not going to say this is a 100% accurate strategy, but you can see how that wasn't a very strong booming effect right there, right? This one, we did have one. Bearish here, and it still worked out. So there are some instances where it will still work, or, you know, it's not perfect, But I like this indicator a lot. I like this tool a lot just because it's been very simple and easy for me to make some money doing trades. Again, bearish, bearish. Do you want to buy that? No, because it's seen the next day it fell off a cliff, right? You go zoom in over here, bullish, bullish, and green. Look at that nice move. Another crossover here, still bullish, still green. Nice move right there. Go over here below the lines, of course. Crossover, bullish, bullish, and boom, you're off to the races. It's towards the top. It's not what I typically would like, but it still ended up working out. And you're going to find the strategy that works best for you. I typically just trade those easy ones where, hey, we're not so close to a level of resistance like this one right here. I see the crossover right here. I see the buy. I see the lighter red MACD, but I typically don't buy right here because we're up against this large level of resistance. I might wait a little bit longer for this move right here where it's green, green, green. And guess what? That still made a great move. And it was also happening after the breakout itself, which makes things just a little bit easier. So next up, what I've done is I've done a replay to move Bitcoin all the way back to 2023. We have all the same indicators, and we're just going to let this play out. And I'm going to show you guys when they have 2 out of 3, what's going to be happening here and what's happening in my mind, so you guys can really have an understanding of like how I'm using this indicator. Okay. So right there, we've had green, green, and that's before the buy indicator right here. So we bought right over here. Okay. And that one still seems to be working out. And you can see right here, this is also about to break out above this level right here. If you wanted to wait a little bit longer, you could wait for that breakout right there, which is perfectly fine. Okay. There we go. Move over across a little bit. Oh, let me move that back to auto. There we go. Still doing fine, still doing fine, still doing fine. We're just waiting for a whole new fresh signal. And right here, we had another signal that happened right here on February 15th. That's right here. It went a little bit higher the next few days. Zoom out. Was there level of resistance? Ah, there was level of resistance. Maybe I shouldn't have opened that type of trade. Those are the things you're looking for because, again, this is a daily chart. You can zoom out as much as you want to here. Watching this play out again. If you wanted to short with this on the opposite side, you could. There's, what, one right here, one right there. You could short right there and see what happens next. I typically don't use it for shorting, though. Go back over here. Green right there. Green right here. Technically a seller right there, so that's 2 out of 3. But again, you see how it's going higher off of that? And you can just watch this play out as we have been. Just kind of look at it, wait for the crosses to happen below, wait for everything to turn green right there, and you get to the moves. It's not going to look like magnificent, huge moves, but when you're looking at a daily chart and you only want to hold for 24 hours to 36 hours, with leverage, these moves are going to be incredibly great for you guys. And you can see you might not even be doing all of these trades, but when you do make a trade that's in the bullish momentum category right over here, but bearish, bearish right there, you're not making that trade. Bullish, lighter red, take that move and have a good time with it, right? Breakout there, breakout there. You see how it has a nice little move. And if I were to pause it very fast, I know it doesn't look like a lot, but when you show the actual move, right, from this crossover right here happening below, it actually does have a nice move. The only issue is it's up against the level of resistance. The only issue with this is, again, it's up against the level of resistance. So it makes things a lot more difficult. The only time we don't have a move up against resistance is right here, bullish, bullish, and you can see how it rides up. That's the type of stuff you're looking for. So if you wanted to add on a smart money concepts or an order block or a support and resistance type of indicator on top of this, if you guys are new to investing, that would also be a great way to go, okay? Hope you guys all enjoyed this tutorial. I know my tutorials can be a little bit more boring, but if you guys can, please give me a subscribe and a like. It helps out the channel a lot. I'll be making more tutorials for you guys as always, and if you guys are looking for any more videos, please make sure to check some out on my YouTube channel. I got a bunch of tutorials that are just like this. Simple, free ways to make money in the market by using simple technical analysis. Thanks.